Now, a number of houses at Christian Village, a suburb close to Dome in Accra, were submerged in the early hours of Thursday following a downpour that lasted several hours. According to residents, the situation was exacerbated by the construction of a culvert they believe was poorly done, leaving them vulnerable whenever it rains. Channel One News' Christopher Kevin Asima visited the area and came through with his report.
As you can see, this is part of the Garrett project, and what you see here is the dredging that has been done by municipal assemblies. This particular area actually is split between the Ga East Municipal Assembly and the Ayawaso Municipal Assembly. So there's a conflict as to who really is working on this particular project. But there has been some dredging done as part of the Garrett project. Now, people are saying that maybe it should have been deeper so that the water could run through. But what you can see right now is that it is a widened gutter, and people are saying that is what is causing the water to overflow and take over people's homes. Some residents who joined us this morning to actually go around the community, one of them is here with me. Sir, please, could you share with us, this is Channel One News, what really the situation is?
The situation we are having here is the rain. If you rain, the gutter full and then went out, destroy people's bathing and things. But our main problem, we are having a portion here before, about 10 years ago. I'm a resident here about 20 years ago. But if it rains, we have some place, the water gather, then it goes slowly, which doesn't disturb the resident. But unfortunately, they sold the place to a certain man. So he filled the place. Now, as he filled the place, if it rains, the rain doesn't have anywhere to park. So we have to go to people's house and destroy.
That was Monday when they started. They brought an excavator to even drain the gutter to make it wide a bit. And the excavator is still there right now as we speak. But the main problem is the bridge. Yeah, the passage is too small for the water. When like the under is wide, the water will flow freely without disturbing any of us here. So the bridge is the main problem now. So they need to do what? To come and then refix the bridge for us.
This is the gutter that seems to be the problem. And it has been widened because of the Garrett project. The ongoing project has brought in a lot of dredging on this particular stretch, which is part of the Odo stretch on the Garrett project. So the dredging that was done recently is what has widened the gap and therefore causing some of the incidents we are seeing. We also have NADMO officials here from the Ga East Municipal Assembly. So what is the situation here? We have seen a lot of your residents complain this morning. A lot of them, their homes have been taken over by the flood this morning. What's the situation?
The fact is that early hours of 6, I had a distress call from a gentleman that the whole place is flooding and people had blocked the road. So I quickly rushed to the place myself because I live around. I got there, I could see that the whole place was flooding. After the flooding had gone down, the people living within the river banks, around the river banks, came in with some gadgets just to block the road that will not give access to the road. The question is, why is their homes being flooded? Their structures are lying on the river banks. So at a drizzle, the place will get flooding.
But the question is, if their houses are lying on the river banks, what are you doing? What is the assembly doing?
Yes, it's one fact. NADMO, we have made our recommendations to the assembly. Which I talk of NADMO, I'm talking of Ga East and Okaikwe North. We have made our recommendations to the assembly. The assembly is supposed to work hand in hand with the state and make sure those structures are being moved from the riverbanks, or else there will be zero.
Speaking to Channel One News, the Minister for Local Government, Decentralization and Rural Development, Martin Ejay Mensah-Kosa, called for the redesign and reorganization of settlements to improve water drainage.
Our efforts at preventing it should be all the time. You don't wait for the problem to be compounded, and then during the rainy season, that is where you run helter-skelter to go and solve it. Once you have some document before you to guide you and say, this activity or this would cause this, then if you sit down for it to happen, you should be held responsible. And so we should be getting to some point with some solution by putting responsibility around people so that people know that they have to do the right thing.
NADMO officials from the Ga East Municipal Assembly are urging residents who have built along the Odo here at Christian Village and Pillar 2 to move to make way for the completion of the dredging exercise currently ongoing as part of the Garrett project. But the residents say they wouldn't leave until Assembly has properly compensated them. For Channel One News, I am Christopher Kevin Asima reporting.